Welcome back, guys. Gvids here. If you guys are new here, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss out on any future video streams or anything fun like that. And today we got this beautiful BMW M3 E46. And we're going to compare all the engines today. There are 6 of them for us to compare, and they are all very, very close within horsepower. So I do want to go and see how they do compare with one another. And we really can't go by the tags that are provided. Sometimes the elite engines are not necessarily the best engine to use. We are going to be using the exactly same parts on every single engine, which is going to be a single turbo. We're going to use grip tires, and we're also just going to throw the 7-speed on there. And again, you can adjust transmission to gear of how you're racing. Short track, you could probably throw the 6 or 7-speed on, or if you're just doing some drag races, I'd probably just throw the 5-speed on that. But anyways, guys, let's get ripping here. This is a 5.7 V12, and we got 891 horsepower in this thing, and we got 208 kilometers off the first short run. As we see here, we got two runs to do, one short, one a little bit longer to get the car moving. We are using no NOS, it's all the power of the engines here, and let's get going here around the little bend, see what we're going to grab once the car gets moving and coming up. And we're getting 283 kilometers, which is actually fairly good. This is where I test all the cars. I just like to kind of use the same course, that way everything is consistent. We are in automatic transmission to keep that in mind as well, that way everything is always the same. And off that 3.2 i6, we got 916 horsepower in that thing. We got 204 kilometers. Let's get the car moving and see what we're going to grab off the longer run. Coming down around the little bend here. Hopefully no traffic gets in our way, as we want to keep everything the same. And we got 281 kilometers, just a little bit shorter than the last run. Not very much different. So this is a 4.0 V8. Not my necessarily favorite engine in the game. It is kind of sluggish when you're coming around corners. So I would suggest this one mostly for a drag engine. But 208 kilometers, which is actually fairly fast compared to what we've been using so far. And let's get that car moving. The thing likes to spin a little rubber, but that's okay. Coming around the bend nice and easy. Oh, no cars in our way, perfect. And what are we going to grab? 285 kilometers, which is actually faster than the last 2 engines, which is kind of surprising, I'm not going to lie. And this is one of my favorite motors of all time. Absolutely gorgeous sound. It is a stock motor for the Nissan GTR, but we're going to throw it in this BMW. And what are we going to grab today? Screaming down the line, 207 kilometers, which is not too bad comparable with the rest. Hells yeah, because that motor is absolutely gorgeous sounding. I cannot get enough of it. Bouncing off the buildings, absolutely sexy. Getting down the road here. Let's see what we're gonna grab once the car gets moving with this gorgeous 3.8 V6. And we're getting 284 kilometers, which is definitely up with the competitors so far. And this is a 4.0 flat 6 with 864 horsepower. So let's buckle up and give her a rip down the street and see what we're gonna grab off the short run. This is that 4.0 flat 6. It doesn't sound too bad, but only 200 kilometers off the short run. You know what? Let's see if we can change that up. Getting the car moving so far. This is the slowest motor, and it is up in that category where people may think that this is a best motor because it's one of the top motors. As we go in the sections there, it is the second last motor. But you know what? It is definitely not the fastest motor with 274 kilometers. Actually extremely slow compared to the rest of the motors out there. But let's finish her off with the very last motor, 5.2 V12 with 892 horsepower. Let's see what we're going to grab off the short run. Spinning those rubbers, let's get going here. And bouncing those sounds off those buildings never sounds any better with only 202 kilometers. And again, that is the elite engine with being one of the slowest short runs, at least But let's see what we're going to grab once the car actually gets moving here. For the last motor, the 5.2 V12, it definitely sounds absolutely gorgeous as well. But let's see how it's going to turn out here. And only 278 kilometers, which again is one of the slowest motors. So we can definitely not go by those tags that you see on those motors. They definitely don't mean squat. So I'm going to give you my top 3 here, guys. Number 1 motor is definitely going to be that 3.8 V6 with 941 horsepower. Absolutely gorgeous sounding car. That is a stock motor for the Nissan GTR. Absolutely gorgeous. Ah, shit, we hit the car in front. That's okay. Number 2 pick here, guys, is going to be the 5.7 V12 with 891 horsepower. And for the number 3 pick, it's going to be the 4.0 V8 with 916 horsepower. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, make sure you do share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.